guys, how you doing? It's Friday here when I'm recording this, and I'm recording it actually on a brand new phone, on my iPhone 12 mini. Thing's so small, and just hold it in the palm of my hand. I have never recorded. My hair looks so funny. Never recorded on this phone, never recorded on this street. So this is all new, and I can feel the pain in my back from holding the phone up, because I don't know if I have shared the story before, but early on when I got the stent put in, if you don't know my story, I had a stent put in. My bile duct was blocked by a tumor. So tumor's not good, right? Results from that came back that it was non-cancerous. But in any event, I'm still going up to Tampa to the Moffitt Cancer Center for them to run a PET scan, yes, to see what actually is happening. So that'll be fun. That's on the 8th, coming up real soon. But the day after that, I guess I was still on the medication from the procedure where they put the stent in, because it's outpatient. You just go in there and get it done while you're sleeping. And, somebody drives you back home. So, got that done, and then the next day I was like moving boxes around in the garage like nobody's business. And I think I pulled something then, so that's not good. And then I continued to offend those muscles in my back. And so even holding this here is slightly painful. Be nice if there was a bench or something around here to sit down. Let me see if I can find a place to chat with you guys, because I have something to talk to you about today, about insurance and the medical monster. Good, I found a public area, I think. Somebody's chair is here anyway. In the apartment complex that is across the street from where I live. So, the aching back. Now I can prop my arm up on the arm of the chair. So let me get right to it. I got new documents. This is the thing in 2021, is that now all these doctors and the cancer center up in Tampa, everywhere you go you have a portal, right? A patient portal where you can log in. Even Quest, where I get my blood work done, they have a patient portal. And of course, after the doctor sees it and everything, then you can go in there and look at your lab results, right? But in my patient portal for the gastro doctor, who I'm not really happy with, but that's life, right? I guess, I'm trying to find somebody else. But it's really hard to find somebody that's in a specialty like gastro and then also into, diet. This thing is so new with the websites that are gathering information on different medical professionals that are around the world, that there isn't one that's a gastroenterologist yet that is listed as somebody that's also interested in diet. So, and then, a metabolic diet, and wanting to fight disease using diet, right? So anyway, this new document, you get an email, it says new document in your patient portal. So I open that up, and it lists my latest bill from him. And I noticed that on one of the things that they charged me $125 for was what they called a Telemed visit, which is a visit on the phone which was all of 5 minutes. And it was a confusing call. So I wrote back to the person that I normally deal with there, which is the scheduler, and I said, I know this isn't your department, but here's my complaint about this. I said, this should not be $125 for a 5-minute call from the guy's car. It just seems odd. And then she wrote back that, well, that's the price of all of our Telemeds, no matter what they are. It's going to be $125, right? So I didn't write her back because, I don't want to go back and forth with that. But here's the deal. Your insurance company will pay, all of that except whatever your copay is. They'll gladly pay for, these things. And, the doctor and the insurance company, they both know what's going to be covered and what's not. So what they do is go for sure things, and these Telemed things, which is just calling you up on the phone and discussing something, are things that right now, because of COVID, the insurance company will pay for, without any question. So it's sure money for this guy, and it's just disgusting because the insurance company will pay. Here's how it works, the way I see it anyway, and I'm no actuary and no nothing. I'm not a doctor, but at least on this blog on this vlog I bring you transparency and stuff that I believe that is the way I see it, actually happening. So here's what I see is that the insurance company will pay up to a certain point, like a choke point. Like, it's like, okay, that's excessive. We may reject this, And then the doctors that he has somebody working for him too on that side says, okay, let's maybe bring that price down so the insurance company will pay us without any question. So it's this back and forth. Like next year, a Telemed call might be $150. And then, maybe at the end of the year, it might be $175. And then the insurance company might say, $175, that's a little bit too much. And then they may bring it down to $150 because that was too much. Procedures, stuff you have done, it's all done the same way, I'm pretty sure, is that in our country, the United States, the insurance companies will just pay out whatever with barely any, review, as long as it's a procedure that doctor said was needed and that, maybe life-saving in his view. It's just stuff like that. Now, if you go to another country, any other country in the world, you're going to find that, take these off, they make my face look like this big. You're going to find that these things are not paid that way. You're not going to get away with charging somebody like $125 for 5 minutes, right? It just won't happen. They just know right up front, we're not going to pay for that. I mean, a lot of these places have like a, paid medical where you don't have to pay for it. It's sort of like government stuff. But you pay for it through taxes, of course. But I mean, it's very well organized, and these amounts are very well set. It's not like if you charge this much, we're going to be okay with paying it. Just keep going up higher and higher and higher. That's why you'll find that there are medications in this country that cost tens of thousands of dollars. And I can go right now down to Brazil, where I grew up in Brazil, and find the same medication, same composition, everything. It's used for the same purpose for a fraction of that, say maybe $100, right? Why is that? It's because the insurance company will pay for it. Now you're actually paying for it, because where does that money come from? They don't like print out money at the insurance company. It's your premiums that you pay for that are deducted probably from your paycheck every month. And it's like you're self-insured, but since you haven't used your premiums in so long, then the insurance company has all this money, to be able to pay out to the doctors and the pharmaceutical companies. And I believe that's the way it works. Now, prove me wrong. If you're a doctor or somebody who works in pharma, prove me wrong. I bet there won't be anybody that comments on this video and says, Dave, you're wrong. Here's why it's so expensive in the United States. There is no other reason. It's, one is in bed with the other one. And it's a shame, actually, in this country that happens. And you have heard of the word big pharma and the, mega expensive costs for operations and other procedures in this country. That's why people travel. I don't get my dental work done in the United States. And the reason why is because it is so cotton picking expensive. Plus, there's so many things that your insurance won't cover, because for them, they take a loss on it. They don't want to cover certain things. It's like insurance companies here in Florida, home insurance companies here in Florida, after we have like a huge hurricane that damages a lot of stuff, they'll pull your insurance, say, you know what, we're not going to insure you anymore because it's too much of a liability. We lost money on your case. So there's certain things they just won't do. I mean, that's why they have those lists of things. We'll only cover 20% of dental implants, or we'll only cover a certain amount here or there. If I go to where I get mine done in Brazil, my dental work, I go down to Brazil, and these guys do all the work with no question, right? For a fraction of the price. Say it costs $1,000 to get something done in the United States. Down in Brazil rather. That was interesting. I'm not sure if she wants to use this grill or what. She's walking around with supper, it looks like. I'm interfering, but I'm almost done here, guys. Down in Brazil, that same procedure costs maybe $300, because I'm having dental implants done. I know here in the States they're like, what, $3,000 a piece? Is that close? And down there, I think I'm paying $600 for the same thing. That's incredible. Now, if you can afford to go down to the country, it's just, it's amazing to get. And the other thing is, I was going to say, dental work done in another country, first class. I mean, they do first class work. So anyway, enough about these monsters, that are changing the landscape, at least here in the United States. It's sad, really is. So, I think I know what's going on here. These guys were grilling up close to the clubhouse here. I saw them, and they're done now. And she's carrying all the weight back to the house, and he's just carrying his drink. Oh man, sometimes that's typical Americans. There's no chivalry at all. That's sad too, but that's another video. I hope you enjoyed this. Please comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this thing. It's eating inside me, and I don't want it to, but it's just a sad situation we're in here in the United States. Wish there's somehow we could change things. At least we're changing the diet thing. I want you guys to know that there's a revolution going on. I hope you're one of my warriors. Subscribe and keep in touch, okay? I want to build a community of people that believe the same way, and if you're suffering from anything that you think that therapeutic ketosis can help you, let me know. I'll hook you up with the people that I know, and the books that I know, and the videos that I know that I think will offer you valuable information. Make sure that you run it. I know this is contrary to everything I just said, but run it in front of your doctor. But that's something I have to say, because I can't just willy-nilly tell you to go out and do a drastic diet like this one. All right, I'm gonna walk back to my house and probably make me a cup of tea or something nice like that. And we hope you guys have a blessed day. If you are watching this on Friday, remember that on Saturday mornings at 9:30 Eastern, I do have a live show, live with Dave Jackson. We talk about all this stuff. Probably talk about this tomorrow. Anyway, have a blessed evening or day wherever you are. Take care.